Imagine a grand mansion, once the heart of a thriving community, now standing silent and neglected, its walls bearing the scars of history. This is the grim reality of the former plantation manager's home in ʻEwa Villages, a place that was once the crown jewel of Hawaii's largest sugar plantation. But here's where it gets heartbreaking. This historic treasure, strafed during the 1941 Pearl Harbor attack, and still bearing the bullet holes of that fateful day, is now on the brink of collapse. Can we save it before it's too late? And this is the part most people miss. It's not just a building. It's a symbol of a disappearing way of life. A testament to the island's complex and often controversial past. Built in 1926, this colonial revival home was once the centerpiece of ʻEwa Plantation. Surrounded by lush gardens and serving as a hub for community gatherings, today it's a shadow of its former self, owned by the city and county of Honolulu, but left to decay. The paint peels, the windows are boarded up, and the once vibrant yard is now a barren wasteland. Agnes Malade, a board member of the ʻEwa Villages Historical Society and a lifelong resident, puts it bluntly. All it would take is one match, and it would all go up in flames. All the history would be gone. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this neglect a deliberate strategy? Maui-based architect Brandis Sarich calls it demolition by neglect, a term used when governments or individuals let properties deteriorate to the point where they can justify tearing them down. For years, neighbors and advocates have begged the city to restore the house, suggesting it could become a museum, restaurant, or even a private residence that preserves its historic charm. Yet, the city claims it lacks the funds and plans for such a project, estimating a $5 to $6 million price tag to bring it up to modern standards. And this is the part most people miss. While some remember the plantation era fondly as a time of community and shared traditions, others see it as a dark chapter of exploitation and hardship. The ʻEwa Plantation, founded in 1890, was a sprawling operation with 11,000 acres of sugarcane fields and 1,200 worker residences, divided into ethnic compounds. It was a place of both struggle and solidarity, where annual parades, ethnic celebrations, and shared meals helped shape Hawaii's unique culture. When the plantation closed in 1971 due to changing trade policies and high costs, the community was devastated. The city promised to preserve its historic structures, but decades later, the manager's house remains in limbo. Here's the thought-provoking question. Is the city's inaction a failure to honor its history? Or is it a reflection of broader challenges in balancing preservation with progress? Advocates argue that the building is structurally sound and could be saved with the right vision and funding. Yet, despite its listing on the National Register of Historic Places in 1995, it continues to deteriorate. The historic railway, once the lifeline of the community, is also at risk, struggling to operate amid traffic congestion and neglect. But here's where it gets emotional. This isn't just about bricks and mortar. It's about preserving the stories of those who lived and worked here. Cowie Lucas, who grew up in the house, remembers it as a showplace with a lawn that felt like a botanical garden. She recalls the bullet holes in the dining room walls, a stark reminder of the plantation's role in history. So, what's next? The city says it's open to proposals, and legislation like Bill 35 could make it easier to lease such properties. But what this house truly needs is a champion, someone with the passion, resources, and vision to bring it back to life. Whether it becomes a restaurant, art gallery, or museum, one thing is clear: the clock is ticking. Here's the final question for you. Do we let this piece of history fade into oblivion, or do we fight to save it? Share your thoughts in the comments. This conversation needs your voice.